Welcome back, everyone. I hope you are ready for the next session. All right, so we're going to start right away. Next, our speaker representing Maxis will explore on AI access revolution and how 5G and Internet of Things are powering equitable learning. Let's welcome the Head of Enterprise Delivery IT at Maxis, Mr. Muhammad Amin bin Muhammad Din. A quick brief about Mr. Muhammad Amin. He is also a Vice Chair of Malaysian Technical Standards Forum, IoT Working Group, Furthering Country Ambition in IR 4.0 initiatives. He builds and manages enterprise platform ranging from ordering of enterprise services, digital servicing of customers, and AI services to support enterprise teams for internal and customer offerings. Once again, let's give a round of applause to Mr. Muhammad Amin bin Muhammad Din.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I hope everyone had a good lunch. Usually when you have lunch, it's not the best time to speak because everyone's tired and sleepy. Tak dengar, tak jelas. Okay. Try to hold. Pegang boleh? Tak. Pegang. Ada ni? Tak apa, pegang boleh. Tak apa, pegang boleh. So you can screen project. Okay. So I think I run enterprise delivery in IT. So in Maxis we have consumer and then we have enterprise business. So I support the enterprise business in Maxis. Okay. Boleh jalan sikit eh? Okay. Boleh. Test. Ni slide. Not on slide. And we shall go into slides. I have a lot of slides. Maxis, we like to have slides. And should be coming up. So I'll do first a bit of promotion around what Maxis does, some numbers around Maxis as a telco. Then we will cover around the job prospects of how AI impacts jobs for us Malaysian, especially students that you are teaching now who will go into the job market. Then we will cover some of the AI capabilities which are there in the world and what we do in Malaysia. And then we'll cover some items around what Maxis does as well. And then we cover E-Class, which is a Maxis CSR initiative. And then I'll end with some food for thought. So Maxis today, we are in the integrated network. We have more than 12,000 sites, together with 5G, with DNB, we have more than nearly 18,000, 19,000 sites in Malaysia to cover, to give you connectivity. We've got 13.2 million customers. We have 770,000 fiber to home connections today, supporting connectivity in Malaysia. We have about 900 satellite base stations. This not including Starlink that we also sell as well. We have 96% of 4G coverage in Malaysia itself. And we connect to data centers. And we have 38 primary data centers that we connect through in Malaysia. If you see the hot topic in the economy of the world today is about AI And what supports AI is your chips, is your data center, cooling, and power. But one thing that normally people don't speak about is connecting data centers to data centers to around the world. So through submarine cables, through internet peering points. We do that for data centers in Malaysia. For Google, I wouldn't say the names, but for most of the hyperscalers that are in Malaysia, they will have connectivities by telco companies in Malaysia. So I'll cover the next one, job outlook in the age of AI. So a bit of alarming story, but don't be alarmed. As you are teachers, you will know how to then tell your students that the job market is changing, you need to adopt AI, and you have some steps to also a bit maybe scare them to say that you got to pick up AI. Again, that's important. And in Maxis itself, AI is quite is prevalent. Every employee has to learn AI, has to go for at least a micro or bite-sized learning, and we are about 90+% in terms of everyone in Maxis going through an AI course. So 2030, by World Economic Forum, 92 million jobs will be displaced, which means they either will go away, but we don't see it going away completely, but they repurpose. And we'll show you some examples of repurposing of the jobs. Talent Corp, I personally did some work with Talent Corp as part of Maxis, supporting Talent Corp in terms of studies, in terms of how it impacts the telco industry. So 18% of the job in Malaysia gets impacted because of AI. Junior roles may not be so important because you can do it through AI, then you become more senior to do stuff. So in terms of knowledge, deep skilling, critical thinking, those are getting more and more important. In terms of 30% of all jobs impacted in Malaysia, wholesale, retail, 245K jobs, global business services, which are like shared services. So example like Dell, Shell, they've got big service centers in Malaysia, T-Mobile. So some of those jobs potentially may be done by AI. IT jobs, even though we are doing a lot of AI, our jobs are also impacted as well. But that's the thing. And this is a bit interesting, right? So did a bit of use case. You think young students or young kids are good use of AI, but actually no, it's millennials. So while I feel old, I'm not that old. 62% in that still category. Well, actually, I know my past category already. We are the big users of GenAI. So I think for the discussion we've had and what we do in terms of in Maxis as well, in terms of e-class, is to teach teachers as well as students how to use AI effectively. Okay, so the state of AI. As AI has been there for a long time. We've moved from artificial intelligence to machine learning to deep learning. And then because of ChatGPT, we've got GenAI. And GenAI suddenly becomes an item to say that creativity items can be done by AI. Before this, AI is like 1 + 1 is 2. Now 1 + 1 can be 2.1, 2.2, 2.001. The answer depends on when you ask and how you ask. So it becomes a bit more of a creative tool. That's why you see it became such a, like you can speak to a human, but it's actually still not human. This AGI has not been there, which is artificial general intelligence. But it's still smart enough to think that, fool people that it is something, it acts like a human. So in Maxis itself, today, we do quite a few things in GenAI. I'll show you a bit of examples afterwards, in terms of marketing, in terms of contact center. Before you call, most likely we will know that a site is down. The ability for us to give you services without you re-registering and all that stuff, again, because we hold data. If you go and buy an iPhone 17 Pro Max, which just came out, and you may not necessarily need to pay upfront payment. We can give you free because we do our own credit rating based on how you have paid your bill 3 months ago, 6 months ago, and how much usage you have on the bill. So that's all done by AI through credit scoring model. And then you may actually get the phone for free. And most people in Maxis, if you are a subscriber, potentially will get the phone for free. We do fiber coverage search and proactive customer care. So we'll come to a few examples. Now, worldview. So I've been doing GenAI for 2 years, or two plus years already, and we did update to board. And then at that point of time was only OpenAI, Google, and say Anthropic. And we said, we don't see any more LLMs being created. You cannot make money through LLMs. And then probably a month after that, suddenly DeepSeek came up. And it changed the world. In terms of, even the US economy went down by like, the stock market went down massively, right? So there was like a 1 trillion impact to the US stock exchange, just because the Chinese models came up, and the cost of trading, instead of say 100 million to 200 million trading one model, it was tens of millions. So the economics of GenAI has now become a lot more simple. I mean, it's a lot more cheaper. So anyone now can have access to GenAI. It's just, as long as you can look for it, you can use it, you can. It wasn't the same 2 years ago. Then we have agentic AI. So this is where it starts to become a bit more interesting, where simple items like checking when you, say, upload an IC, when you register for a Maxis line, whether the IC is valid or not. So I've got my colleague here, and he builds AI services to detect whether when you do register your line online, you have to do your liveliness test. We build that model internally and checks whether you are who you are, and then we match it against your IC. And IC, there's also a few more security procedures, but all that is done through an AI model. So then that one can be already agentic. So we use the same model for other services as well, not just for registration, but it's just, when you come in for certain events in Maxis, we can authenticate you through your face. Then we've got sovereign AI, which we see a lot more countries doing this, and we know Malaysia is also pushing for this. National AI Office is pushing for sovereign AI capability in Malaysia. So we see quite a bit of initiatives around here. And as teachers, so today, right, speech text analysis is quite important. And Malaysia, we've got the problem because our language is an under-resourced language, which means if you talk about Bahasa Melayu, most likely the answer will be most in Indonesian, because the size of content for Indonesian is a lot more. So how do we build an LLM to answer exactly in Malaysian? And if you want to make the problem a bit harder, how does it answer in Sarawakian, or how does it answer in Kelantanese? Then that requires quite a lot of training and content of Kelantanese and Sarawakian to build that model. So what we do in Maxis, side topic a bit, is that we have, I think, 400,000 calls into Maxis on a monthly basis. We take that data, transcribe, get the voice changed to text, and now we have a corpus of knowledge, body of knowledge. We use that to train. Then we can start understanding how we allow the machine to understand what customers are saying to us, and then we work out, okay, how do we solve problems? Because instead of allowing the customer agent to pick up, I've got fiber problem, or my bill is not correct, instead of them manually logging one by one, we can now automatically detect what is being spoken about, and okay, let's go and fix this problem at the end of the month. We have a report, customers have been complaining of bill, or we roll out a new service, this service has caused a lot of issues with customers, let's go fix that. Without even the customer agent doing anything around that. So that's why speech to text is quite important. And Malaysia, we have to build internally because we don't have that model readily available. Okay, so we support National AI Office, one. We have MBIC. So I think some of MOE reps have been to our innovation center, where we just don't do AI. We show robotics, we show the connectivity capability and all that stuff which is there. We work with Huawei on 5G advanced technology, and then we have E-Class and E-Class Usahawan programs that we run. So future of learning, how will we learn going forward? And today, to be honest, most of what we learn today, capability is here already. You can personalize your learning journey. So example, if you want to learn mathematics, instead of you following through one by one, you can go through a path that, okay, I want to focus more on algebra instead of statistics. I want to go into deep, and maybe For Form 3, Form 4, Form 5 items, I want to do it now itself. Teachers, I think the other one which I want to cover is teachers as mentors, because students who are proactive, they will be able to learn, especially content is free, most of it is free. Then what will teachers do for this kind of students, which are really, really upfront and want to learn a lot of stuff? Then it's more of being a mentor, shaping the students. There are going to be students where you have to push. So having content which is a bit more gamified will help, and you have platforms which does that as well. And then I think the other one on the left-hand side is skill beyond content. Because today, so I take my experience of programming, and I started as a programmer. It's not about me understanding, remembering exactly how to write code to, say, draw a box. It's about the ability to, it's about as long as I know it can be done, how to get it done, and if I need to do it, I can go and find a resource to go and build the thing. That's what's important. So in Maxis, what we say is the art of what's possible. As long as you try and work out what's possible, fine. You don't have to remember. You can learn. I mean, as long as you know you can get it done, then you can get it done. You don't have to remember every single thing. So a few things that we do as well. Lifetime learning. I think in a corporate environment, and for all of you as well, you are teachers, yet you still learn on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Resourcefulness, taking advantage of what is there today, especially content and programs. They are a lot more available and for free. And also problem solving. So I've got so I've got two bosses today. So I've got my boss who's the CIO, and my boss who's the enterprise business officer. And my enterprise business officer, he cannot sit still. Every day, he'll come up with a puzzle to solve. And a simple puzzle could be just how do you get 4 liters if I have a 5 liter, 3 liter, and a 1 liter bowl? How do you get 4 liters? Measure that. It's simple, but it makes you think. So I think, and that instilled the problem solving. It's nothing related to work, but it's just fun to have. It just gets people's minds to think. And I think that those kind of culture is quite important. And embrace failure. We don't like to fail, but you're not going to be successful all the time. But try to fail fast and then learn, go next. And so eClass, the portal, if you have not heard about eClass yet, we have the portal here, which is for free for students as well as for teachers. We did Misi Jelajah Digital in 2024 for GenAI, focused very specific on AI. We covered 7,700 users. We did 65 schools with 2,600 students. And we have a session, we have a program happening right now as well. Some pictures of the students that we work with. And one of it was posters, right? So when I showed these posters to other talks as well, most of the guys that I present to will be people my age, our age. I wouldn't think I'll be able to generate this kind of posters when I was a student. But with the ability of GenAI, you can do that now. And this is like pro quality. So hands-on trading. Yeah. So the thing which is important here, prompt engineering, if you think you know how to use GenAI, I can almost guarantee you that you are not using GenAI to the fullest extent of what is possible. If you think GenAI is like Google, writing 3 or 4 prompts and you get an answer, that's not the best use of it. The best use of it is actually writing a paragraph or a page of what you want to do and scolding the GenAI to get an answer. If you want to use ChatGPT or Gemini, think about it like your friend. If you will say, I want to go for a trip to Panko, then you can say that, but then you say, okay, no, I want it to be adventurous. I want to make sure we wake up at 9 o'clock and we're going to sleep at 10 o'clock. I want to make sure that, and give us time to pray in Zoho and Asa, make that time. And you see that the prompt gets updated, it will generate you a better itinerary. Make sure you have transportation, where to take from what time, from each place. Like me, I like to walk, so how many steps does it take? So you know your fatigue level and all that stuff for a trip. So that's an example of how to use GenAI a bit more pro. So if you haven't done program engineering, go find a course for program engineering, come to E-class, and then you'll see GenAI used a lot better than just how you use for search. And what we do in Maxis. So today in Maxis itself, we work with OpenAI. So Microsoft, we open with Google. We work with Anthropic. We work with ByteDance. And we have our own sort of internal ChatGPT. With Maxis itself, because we have a lot of data which is proprietary. So basically 1/3 of Malaysian population information is with Maxis. And if you go to, say, other operators, they will have that data as well. And we make sure we need to make it private. So we have our own tools in our environment to do this. So the Maxis guys always will have some of the latest tools there. And what we do as well is, if you put in your internal access, if you put in the customer service agent when they come in, you call. Because we have so many plans, so many customers, for customer agents to learn Maxis products can be complicated. We have a whole body of knowledge which is ingested, and you can ask the question and it gets an answer. And the thing why this is useful is that customer service agent, when they come into Maxis, they take a month to become productive. With a GenAI tool, they come in today, tomorrow, they can start serving you as a customer. So this one is more of a demo where we have bots to bots speaking. I think we have no sound here, but we go next one. So if you see Dynacon, which is the Maxis model, what we did was take Dynacon as a few images, create an image model. So today, Dynacon, if we just prompt to say holding a Wi-Fi router or playing tug of war, it will generate this image. So we don't have to go to agencies to do this kind of stuff. So if you take your image, we can create a model, then we can get you to do sitting down or walking and all that stuff. This one, let's try and see. So essentially, if you get a call, if you haven't paid your bill to Maxis, you may get a call from Maxis to say, can you pay your bill? The only thing is that, let's see the sound. Oh, I thought the sound. Okay, no problem. So what is it? The voice, the agents who calls you from Maxis may not be actually human. It may be, it's most likely a bot to pay bill. And one of the problems we have is, if an agent person's call you and you say, Jap, can I, what did you say again? Or how much do I need to pay again? A normal bot will not understand. But an agent will understand. But if it's machine, they will not talk. It just continue talking, and you know it's a machine. Right? So the bot that we have, which has gone live, basically will stop. And if you're asking for the amount, we will answer you with the amount. If it cannot answer, and you say, oh, I want to talk to your supervisor, then it will route to your agent to do that. Sorry, I couldn't show a demo, but yeah, it's quite interesting. These are some of the activities that we have. So in Maxis, students who just joined Maxis as scholars, from universities, AK is one of them as well. They come and join the technology squad, so the AI Insight squad, and then work on this kind of projects. And they are they are the key drivers in terms of when we do this kind of technology adoption. Okay, and my last slide, sorry, 4 more minutes left. So first one is teachers are going to be important to facilitate learning. Just giving them the tool will not really help. I mean, it will help, but only some students will know how to explore. So teachers are important you are important to teach them how to use the tools better. One more thing is also EQ. You cannot teach EQ. You cannot teach going to a meeting, getting scolding, and being calm, or taking feedback constructively. That requires human interaction and all that. And AI will not take that away. The third one is educator community. Basically yourself. For you to create new content, you can use GenAI to generate content, curate, and build high quality items. The last one is essentially items which are easy to do. You can let your people who are under you to do a lot more than what they can do today through the use of AI and the technology which is coming. So if you think something cannot be done today, but looks like it's possible, most likely in 6 months to a year's time, it's going to be possible. I think that's what we've seen for the past 2 to 3 years as the GenAI AI revolution has taken off. And especially today, data centers are being built, commissioned, chips are getting smarter and faster. So the cost of service, the capability that's coming up is going to be just exponentially better. Okay, so I think that's roughly about it. Oh, sorry, last one. This one is all of Maxis employees. And this essentially is, so coming from me, from an engineer perspective, if you ask me to do art, I will never be able to do art. But guys can write code. So this generation of this poster took all of Maxis employees, overlay against the kind of Maxis squiggle, but because you have a dark background, it generates it puts you on the dark background. So it nicely overlays the people according to where it's supposed to be, and all that is done through a program. So this is where engineers are doing art today. Thank you very much.
All right, we would like to open floor for Q&A session. Any of you that would like to ask question to Mr. Muhammad Amin?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Muhammad Adlan. Saya pelanggan Maxis daripada awal saya muda.
Thank you.
Baik, saya ada satu komplain untuk Maxis.
Boleh.
Dan satu cadangan. Baik, komplain saya ialah apabila saya pergi ke banyak sekolah dan institusi pendidikan di Malaysia, maktab, IPG, even IAB, tak ada line Maxis kat sekolah. So, saya faham 5G adalah untuk penduduk dan rumah, tapi saya minta tolong sampaikan kepada Maxis, kami agensi pendidikan, cikgu, kami menggunakan online sendiri daripada telefon sendiri yang data dari Maxis ke Celcom ke whatever. So sekolah, IPG, IAB ialah tempat yang patut ada line 5G. Baik, so yang kedua, yang ini cadangan. Tadi saya nampak Maxis ada buat latihan, tapi saya percaya dalam ni semua ialah expertise daripada pelbagai seluruh negara. Tolong libatkan kami. Terima kasih.
Okay, so saya ambil yang soalan pertama dulu. Soalan pertama tu, if you have issue dengan Maxis, in some connectivity, katakan down ke apa, atau tak ada, then send a request either on the website or even myself and some of the guys send it to us. Kalau ada request, we normally will try and see. That's one. Second is I think MOE is also doing tenders untuk fiberize sekolah. I don't know whether IPA sekali. So that one we are entering. So we won a few and we are doing that fiberization. So if it's not there, then we didn't win, then there's another operator there. Tapi I understand. So I think just complain, I can give you my card and then we see what you can do on that. InsyaAllah. The second one tadi tu is around libatkan kan. So E-Class is the program. Cik Yushin kat belakang tu, he is the license officer. So that's why E-Class we want to push. And then hari tu, we had another session dengan Puan Aniza. Puan Aniza says, target 30,000 or 300,000. 30,000 of students to be employed, yes. It's a platform though, free. Today, as long you can sign on automatically for free to use it. It's just people may not know. And it's accessible through the Lima as well. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Mohammed Amin, for the response. Anyone else that would like to ask question? We are welcome for you to ask any kind of question.
Okey, saya nak tanya, ada tak Maxis ni bagi diskaun istimewa untuk government? Terutamanya cikgu-cikgu yang hadir pada hari inilah.
Okey, untuk cikgu saya tak pasti, saya boleh check. Tapi untuk government staff, dia ada paket penjawat awam. Actually, sorry, ada paket penjawat awam PPA we call. Ada package yang tu untuk government. Ada diskaun. Maxis paket penjawat awam.
So technically, government worker will get discount?
Will get discount.
Every government worker?
PPA for everyone, yes.
Okay. Anyone else that would like to ask question to Mr. Muhammad Amin?
iPhone free, apply pakai resolution.
Really? The floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Firdaus from Gpgd Kedah. I just want to know about in terms of IoT, because some of teachers here really good in IoT. I mean, for robotics, did Maxis have a special package for us for IoT?
IoT SIMs or IoT package?
IoT package, yeah. For example, just like Maxis Connect for Apple Watch. So did Maxis have a special or something for teachers to use IoT in terms for robotic or something like that? Thank you.
Yes. Okay, I understand. So today we do case by case untuk IoT because the pricing for IoT SIMs depends on the use case. So agriculture different, then if it's smart meter, it's going to be different. This one we need to discuss. It's not a thing that we offer just after discussion. So do you know who to talk to in Maxis or no rep? Okay, I think after you just sing with me for. Thanks. Ini tak ada soalan AI.
Yes. All right, thank you so much for all the question and response from. We have another one. Okay, sorry.
Sure.
Yun? All right. Actually, I'm Jiu Lau from Klang. So actually my question is, because you have a lot of training for students, is it possible to give some training for the teachers also? Because we are the one that the student referring to. So, and then this is the first question. And the second question is, since we are kind of expert in some field, and then is it possible that we learn more about the AI from you guys and then maybe get some promotions from you guys or any certs from you guys? That's all for me.
I think that's a good question, right? So we do, and that's why some of the programs we have is actually for teachers. So teachers to do prompt engineering and then how AI is being used, so that you can then teach your students as well. So we do that. Yeah. I think to know, we can just discuss further and onto the program. Yes.
All right, thank you so much to Mr. Muhammad Amin bin Muhammadin. That was truly an inspiring vision of how, through AI, we can power equitable learning with 5G and IoT that allow us to move forward in the age of AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, to show our appreciation, we would now invite Encik Shahrizan bin Ibrahim, Chief Assistant Director of Education Resources and Technology Division, Ministry of Education, to present the token of appreciation. Therefore, we would like to also invite our speaker, Encik Muhammad Amin, to be on the stage. Everyone, let us put our hands together in warm round of applause to honor this moment of appreciation. Thank you so much, Encik Shahrizan and our representative from Maxis, Encik Muhammad Amin. We truly value your time, partnership and contribution for today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, moving to the next session. Our speaker, a representative from Canva, who is also the Canva Education Lead Indonesia and also Southeast Asia, will share insights on how Canva supplied the AI-powered design thinking from classroom idea to visual impact in minutes. Before I invite the speaker, let me give a brief introduction of Puan Pipit Indrawati. With over a decade of experience in EdTech, e-commerce and entrepreneurship, including roles at Quipper and Tokopedia, she has led digital transformation programs that empower educators to innovate with technology. She also leads Canva education in Indonesia and supports strategic initiatives across Southeast Asia, where she plays an important role in integrating Canva into national education system, including a collaboration with Indonesia Ministry of Education that provide millions of teachers and students access through the official belajar.id platform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Madam Pipit Indrawati.
So my slide is ready actually. Selamat petang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang teman-teman dan puan-puan sekalian. Aduh, nggak sampai ya. Nggak sampai. This way. Oh, good. All right. Hi everyone. It's such an honor to be here. Welcome to our session. AI-powered design thinking from classroom idea to visual impact in minutes. I've already shared my presentation. Could you please, the technical team, help with my presentation? All right, so in this session, I'll be glued to my laptop because we will do a live demo where I'll walk you through how you can bring ideas to life and reimagine learning in your classroom with Canva. So I'd like your attention to be on the screen because there's where the magic will be. I'm happy to not be shown on the video because we will focus with the slide over there. Can you find it? Can I please have the slide? It's connected using Apple TV. All right, so maybe while waiting for the presentation, so I bring with me, in Australian English, we call this swag. SAWAG, or for us, this is like Canva souvenir. Have anybody ever received a Canva souvenir before? No. All right, so I have 200 of these. Everyone will get one, but because this is like, it has like 6 stickers in one piece, so you'll need to split, right? So you'll need to share with your partner. How we will deliver this to you, we'll discuss this later with the committee, right? So yeah, you'll take home some stickers, some goodies from Canva. Is it all good with that presentation? Yeah. All right. I think let's just go ahead. So I'm Pipi Tindrawati. I'm Canva Education Lead for Indonesia and supporting Southeast Asia. So I'm based in Jakarta, and I work closely with ministries of education, including Indonesia's, to bring Canva into classrooms and enable millions of teachers and students to access creative, future-ready tools. So as a matter of fact, in Indonesia, we are now in our 3rd partnership with Indonesia's Ministry of Education through the belajar.id national email domain, where millions of teachers and students have access Canva for their classroom learning. So I'm really excited to share how educators are using Canva to turn classroom ideas into engaging, inclusive learning experiences, and how you can also do the same in minutes. And I promise you that you'll do magic just in a few minutes. Okay, but before we start, I'd like to understand how familiar you are with Canva education. So I'll call out a few options supposed to be on the slide, but I'm just gonna read this over for you. So if you could raise your hand, that would be great. And actually, for those joining online later, feel free to type the number in the chat box. Okay, raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you are new to Canva. Oh, amazing. All right. I'm going to give you a more challenging question then. Raise your hand if you are somewhere in the middle, like occasionally use Canva. All right. Raise your hand if you use Canva daily for yourself. All right. I think the one raising hands after this will get some special shout out. Raise your hand if you use Canva daily with your students. Wonderful. All right. Give special kudos to you all. Wonderful. Okay. So it looks like we have quite a range of Canva education users here. So whether this is your first time giving it a go or you're already a power user with Canva, I'll be sharing some really practical resources you can use to get started. But I do really need the slide. How is it going? So what we'll explore today is that first we'll have a quick look at what Canva education is about, given that you all know what Canva education is already, so we may be able to skip that over a little bit. And then we'll move on to introducing the latest AI tools in Canva and share practical examples that you can use right away, hopefully after this session. And then finally, we'll wrap up with resources for you so you can continue learning and exploring after this session. So what is Canva education? Canva education, we are evolving, and right now we are proud to say that Canva education is our all-in-one interactive learning platform. So no matter what grade or subject you are teaching, from kindergarten to grade 12, science to social studies, we got you covered. Yeah. Sudah? Yes. Sudah. Oh, disconnected, is it? Oh. Okay, please give us a moment. Okay. We should be good to go now. Just a window. All right, can you, okay. They should be good. Oh, this one. Yeah, you can hear them say, all right. Let me go back. I need to go back. All right, so it's our all-in-one interactive learning platform, no matter what grade or subject you're teaching, from kindergarten to grade 12, science and social studies, we've got you covered. Yeah, it is. Huh? This one. Okay, and when I say that all-in-one, I mean quite literally all-in-one, because you might have used Canva in the past to make some engaging presentations for your students or even posters for your classrooms. But our Rich Visual Suite 2.0 has so much to offer. So whether it's collaborating on documents, editing videos, or even building websites, we've got you covered. Finally. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, better. All right. Let's just quickly, since this is just an opening about Canva Education, right? So a little bit of milestone from Canva Education that I'd like to share with you is that thank you to educators like yourself. Canva Education is now used by over 10 million students and teachers worldwide. So we also have thousands of education specific templates available. But what I'm most proud to share is that Canva Education is 100% free for K-12 school globally. So this is one of the most asked questions. So why is Canva Education free? So here at Canva, we believe education is a human right and it should be accessible for all. So it's part of Canva's two-step plan. Number one, to build one of the world's most valuable companies. And then number two, to do the most good that we can through initiatives like supporting education and nonprofit programs. So another thing worth mentioning is that today's students are stepping into an increasingly digital world where visual communications is needed. So no matter what industry or role they go into, it is now more important than ever that we're preparing them for what they need for success. So at Canva, we are passionate about teaching students the skills they need. The world, as we know, is constantly changing. Who knows 5 years ago about AI, that right now, today, we'll be standing here talking about AI. So the world is constantly changing, but those core skills like communication, collaboration, and being creative will always be needed for them to solve the problems of tomorrow. So all of this help empower you to reimagine what learning looks like in your classroom. We can't wait to see what you'll do after this session. Another good news, I want to see if I can do a drum roll. All right, well, you get the idea, right? Because we didn't connect the sound, but here's a drum roll. Another big news is that Canva Education is now fully integrated with Delima. Right, so that's a photo of our launching last week at Beth Asia. So you all, including your students, well, especially teachers, no longer need to go through verification process anymore to access premium features in Canva. So anyone with a Delima email, you can easily log in and collaborate with others in their schools. So let's make sure that we share this good news with your fellow teachers back home and students to log into Canva and explore all the creative features available. All right, so let's uncover the latest AI-powered tools in Canva to help you bring your ideas to impact in minutes. So the first, we'll start with polls and quizzes. Any of you have used polls and quizzes before? Yes, wonderful. So this is an easy way to engage students and capture feedback. However, as always at Canva, we always iterate, we always launch or ship new features or iterate or develop these existing features. So I will show you, I will demo to you the latest iteration or update that we did in polls and quizzes. And then after that, we'll explore Canva AI. So this is your teaching assistant that can help you and your students generate generate images or even create dynamic widgets. Anybody can guess what's the feature I'll be talking about? Maybe. Okay. I'll tell you after this. And then there's going to be, oh, somebody already mentioned this. Okay, wonderful. I think someone have already tried this beta version. So we'll have a sneak peek at one of our newest features that's sure to inspire your students. I had so much fun preparing for this session, playing around with these new features, and I'm sure that you'll also be very excited, and I can't wait to share with you. All right, let's kick things off with polls and quizzes. So if you're not familiar with polls and quizzes yet, don't worry, they're a great way to increase engagement in your students. So whether you're getting students to be active in their learning by responding to a quick check-in, or giving them instant feedback on their progress with a short quiz, there's no need to worry about students not putting up their hands for help, because they all give students a voice in your classroom. So now here's the new updates. You can put polls and quizzes into any design that you create. So any design at all, you can already use polls and quizzes. So from whiteboards to websites. Now, while sometimes you want to collect data about individual results from your polls and quizzes, another feature that we've added is the ability for you to collect anonymous responses. So this is perfect when you're working with sensitive information like well-being check-ins, where we want to keep students' data private. All right, so it's demo time. Let me show you. Okay, I'm moving to a new, okay, hang on. Technology. Let's see. All right, wonderful. So this is my Canva homepage. As you can see, I am right now joining Echo Valley Secondary School. This is how your Canva account with Dilemma will look like. So if you open home over there, like the dashboard, you will see the name of your school, and you will be immediately joined or able to collaborate with everyone, your students, your colleague in the same school. So I have already prepared this classroom hub over here. This is a website. All right, let's wait. So I've prepared this in advance, but as always, you can always go visit our templates library and then find out, search, browse by topics or by types, or just go over the provided recommendation here, right? So you can look up whiteboard presentation and so many more. So in this classroom hub, right, I am actually opening a website, starting a website. All right, it's a little bit. So while we are waiting, thank you. All right, while we're waiting, let me see if I can duplicate this and make sure that we have everything ready to open for later. Yeah, it is connected. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Just want to make sure that we're not wasting our time here. While we wait for this one to open, let's just go back to my slide. All right, while we're waiting, I promise you it's going to be fun. So I'm just going to start and go over about the Canva AI. So we'll explore how simple prompts can help you generate custom images or even create an interactive widget for your students. Now, what's the name of this AI? I'm sure you've tried this. Drum roll. So this is Canva Code. Have you ever tried Canva Code before? Yes, all right. So this feature has been incredibly popular since its launch at Canva Create earlier this year. So it has quickly become one of the favorites among our educators, including it's one of my favorites as well. So right at your fingertips, you can build interactive and adaptable instructional materials. So underline the word interactive, right? You can create game, you can create widgets and revision games for your students, or even you can create apps and widget for your classroom. So if you can't dream it, you can build it all with Canva code. So one tip here is like, the more detailed the prompt, the better your results going to be. So as you can see on the, on this side right here, right? So you can start with create an interactive. What's the widget or the outcomes that you'd like? Is it a game? Is it a tool? Is it a timeline? Is it a quiz? Right? Etc. Like really unleash your creativity, unleash your imagination. Any ideas, any tools that you want, any features, any kind of teaching resources that you want, put it there. Create an interactive blank about something. So here's the fun part. You can really input something related or relevant for your students' need and even align with your curriculum, right? So just put the topic, the concept, anything that you want. That helps. So this part here is the goal. What you want this interactive tool to help you, right? So for example, that helps who? The teachers or students, grade 5 or grade 7, learning about what? Is it practice, review, comprehension, etc. Now the last one is where for you. So that one says the final code should be intuitive, visually appealing, and engage students. It should also be responsive. That's basically basic, right? We want to make sure that the result from this Canva code can be accessed or accessible through any devices, so you can always put it there. However, you can also be really specific. If your schools have a certain colors, brand colors, you can input it there. If you want it to be like specific to Malaysian cultures, you can always put it there. So the prompt, what you're looking to make, what will students learn about, and also any extra details, because it is so easy to turn your simple prompt into classroom-ready resources. So let me check. Oh, okay. All right. So internet connection. All right. Let's see if I can change the internet connection. It's a bet, but okay. Finger crossed. I hope this one's faster. Okay. So let's go back to the Canva code, because like this one, we should be doing a demo of Canva code, but really lucky, I already have one opened here that I only need to share this window. All right, can you see that? Okay, so this is how Canva code looks like. So the top on the left there, this one, this is my first prompt. So I put, create an interactive quiz about the water cycle in Malaysia's tropical climate that helps Year 5 science students learn and review the 4 main stages: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. And then the last paragraph or the last statement, that's just about the visual, right? So this, what happened is that Canva code create the code for you. Now another update is that if you are an engineer, or if you want to copy the code somewhere to create an app somewhere, you can now show the code. So there's a button at the top corner over there next to use the sign. You can see the original code looks like, right? So this is the first, how the first version looks like this. Malaysia water cycle quiz. So let's try to answer the question. What happens when the hot Malaysian sun heats up water in our rivers and the sea? I think it's evaporate and correct. So that's the explanation, right? It occurs, etc., etc. Move on to the next question. Now, another development that we did in Canva code is that you can now talk to Canva code. You can now ask Canva code, what should we do to make this better? So as you can see here, what are some other things I can include here? So you talk with Canva code, you brainstorm with Canva code, and then as you can see in the next answer there, it gives me suggestion. So for example, it suggests interactive elements such as drag and drop activities, clickable hotspot, lots of suggestion, including vocabulary builder, engagement booster, and so many more, right? And then you can pick which iteration that you want to add. So here, I think the second version is that I ask Canva code to add vocabulary builder with Bahasa Melayu terms. And so the version 2, there's already the vocabulary builder there, right? So the thing with Canva code is that you can keep on iterate until you find the best teaching resources or the best design that you like. Now, if you're happy with the result, you can click use a design, use in a design. You can either turn this into website, turn this into presentation, doc, or whiteboard. So usually in most cases, we turn this into website. As you can see, it's already created automatically. So if I present this, so there's no need to worry because it got cropped there. There's no need to worry, nothing we need to do at all. So just present that and it will automatically scroll down. And then what you need to do, if you're ready, if you're happy, or if you want to even create, like add elements, add some more graphics, right? I search for Malaysia, want to see more graphics there. Maybe you can add like, there's even already the logo there, for example, or if you want to search for your school's logo, that's also possible. You can always add the visual, improve the visual before you publish it, and then just publish the website. Easy peasy, right? All right, so let's go back to how we can optimize polls and quizzes. So I want to show you, so this is the Classroom Hub that I've already prepared in advance. As you can see, there's today's agenda, reminders, class news, classroom policies, student of the week, etc. So here in this section, I have daily quiz. So all you need to do is go to Elements, scroll down, go to Polls and Quizzes. I'd like this to be a quiz, so I'm going to go over and pick the quiz. Choose whatever color and click, it will automatically be there. You can adjust whichever location that you want. And you can just click or double click or click and then go to edit and then just type in the question, right? So how much is 10% from 100, for example, and then option 1, right? Just write down the answer. Oh. I want that to be 1, and then that to be 10, and then that to be 25. And that's it. Now the next step that we need to do is to check where's the correct answer. So right now the correct answer is with this like B, like the second option. So you can click the ellipsis here, and then that's not the correct answer, is it? The correct answer is this one. So mark as correct, and then it will automatically update it for you. So the next time you share this with your student, they'll pick the right answer and submit, and then they will be given immediate result, whether it's correct or incorrect. As a teacher, you can click that quiz, go to responses, and then you can see, you can have all of the data, the responder, the response, including the timestamp and grade. And yes, you can download this to link to Seed or download a CSV, or even you can make this as a quiz analytics. Now, how do you make this into polls? So for example, you want to do a well-being check first at the top here. Just going to go again. We're going to use polls. And then there's already existing mood check. There you go. Oh, you just need to adjust this, the location here. But then what you will see, just like what we did earlier, is that your name will be recorded, right? However, if you like to provide more privacy or a sensitive poll with your students, this is the latest improvement that we did. So go to Edit, go to Settings, and you can toggle the correct collect respondents' names off. So now, whoever answered this, for example, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed, when you check the responses, it will be anonymous, right? Now, this is one of the most asked questions about polls and quizzes. If we share this with students, do they need to log in to Canva? The answer is no. So you can share this with whoever you'd like. For example, I can publish this as a website, I can publish this as view-only link, and then anybody can interact. If they don't log in to Canva, when we see the data as respondent, we will see as anonymous. So you can always use poll and quizzes with your students. They don't need to log in to Canva, and then you'll still be able to collect that feedback. Now, one last thing that I hope you've also explored this is quiz generator. So if you have any existing content and you want to quickly create a quiz for your students, just toggle to that content. As you can see here, there's the magic pen at the top. There you go, lots of option. Even if you want it to continue writing, because this is too short, right? So continue writing, it will write more additional relevant information for you. This one is too long, for example, so you can even give feedback more like this, and then insert something, or this but, so I'm gonna choose that, this but shorter, right? And generate, and then it will simplify, there you go, it will simplify the statement. And if you're happy with the content, just click insert, and then again, you can always iterate this accordingly. Just double click, and then iterate this one. Now, we want to make a generate quiz quickly from this, so just click this content, and come back to that magic right there and generate quiz. Give it a few seconds, it will automatically generate quiz ready for you to use. So this one, a car is rolling downhill, what role does friction play according to Newton's law? Now, there's already the answer there, so you can always adjust, right? So the answer is that one, friction acts as an opposite force, slowing it down. You can always adjust the colors, because, you know, black doesn't look good for this, the visual of this slide. So you can always adjust the color. You can always edit the question, even add the options accordingly. And then voila, just in seconds, not even in minutes, you'll get a quiz for interactive quiz to engage with your students. All right, so let's continue with, we've talked about Canva code before, right? I've talked about how to create great prompts. Now, and we've done live as well. So if you're looking for more ways to get started with Canva code, with polls and quizzes, or even Canva seeds, then look no further, because we have template collections in which you can find here. So we will share this presentation with you, and you can interact and click to the relevant links from this presentation. So you can find here a great way to see how they naturally fit as part of your lessons. Now we've got templates for all subject areas and grade levels, and they've been prepared for you to get started using today. All right. So let me, because this one is the most important one, so I'm just gonna refresh this and make sure that we have everything ready for after this session. This one is the most exciting one that I'd like to share with you. So as I mentioned earlier, I have a sneak peek of a new feature we'll be releasing, but before that, let me set the scene for you. So we know that as teachers, you are often searching endlessly for the right resources. Many of teachers have struggled to keep students engaged, and sometimes it feels like they're more passive than active in their learning. So Of course, we all know how excited students can get when tests or assessments come around, right? No? But how do we prepare them for challenges beyond that and help them build the skills they truly need? So let's challenge those ideas together. So I want to challenge those ideas. What if I told you that we can now walk into our classrooms and create personalized learning experiences with just a single prompt? So I can assure you this is way even cooler than Canva code. We can foster creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration, and turn our classrooms into innovation hubs, preparing students with the essential skills they need for the future. Well, I think the ladies over here have already tried. So yeah, introducing magic activities. Show of hands if you've tried this beta version before. Can I see? Oh, 1%, wonderful. So magic activities, these activities that inspire, created in seconds. So as you can see there, we know teachers are yearning for more time in the classroom. Now you can save time in the creation phase and spend more time where it truly counts, that is with your student. So on top of that, the activities created are personalized according to your prompt. So magic activities places your students firmly at the center of learning and empowers them to be active participants. When activities generates an activity based on your prompt, you'll be able to select learning purposes, and perhaps you want students to analyze some evidence or to create and develop an original idea. Once your activity is created, you'll always have full control to personalize it even further by adding graphics, elements, or even using our AI-powered tools to differentiate the content. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here's my, yes, this is my Canva homepage. I've actually already created the magic activities, but I want to show you for those of you who haven't started, right? So one, this is a beta version. So magic activities is at the moment a beta version, meaning we keep on iterating this before we roll it out massively to 100% of users. The language setting, you cannot access this in Malay, you can only access this in English. So make sure, as you can see, I am using English language at the moment, and if you go to classwork, you'll see magic activities there. Now, given that I've already played around with magic activities, I don't need to sign up to the beta testing, but if it shows you to sign up to the beta testing, just click and follow along the prompt, then you'll be landed here. As you can see, right, there are lots of activity library. What do you want your student to do? Such as close reading, opinion formation, guided research, database decision. This is really advanced level in nurturing and guiding our students on how to harness their creativity, critical thinking, and then design learning. Now, I've already prepared a prompt, right? A simple prompt. Just gonna copy paste here so we don't waste time to type. So I'm just gonna go to comprehension. So I'm going to copy paste the topic there. I want to talk about the water cycle, and it's important to Malaysia's tropical climate. Pick the grade, and then pick the subject, and then just create the activity, and then it will generate the activity for you. So while we're waiting, I actually already have that copied or created before. So it's this one. So this is how your activity will look like. The first one is this, the importance of water cycle in Malaysia. This is a solo work. And as you can see, it's already created for you automatically. Really, really in-depth. All right, so the first section here is a teacher guide, which you can always delete once you're finished reviewing this. But then the beginning here, it's already given, it already include the instruction for your students, right? There's even tips for learning. And then read the following text. And then move on to the quiz. understand the keywords, right? Learn some new words from the text for them to type in and answer. And then after that, answer the question. It's already provided. And ask what if, help them, it encourage them to think, and then reflect on learning. Wonderful. And that's not even, that's like not even a few minutes. Now I'm just gonna go back. Let's go back to the classwork again. Let's see. Okay, that one's still generating, the one that we created before, right? Still generating and generating. But then the good thing is, so this one, so I've created a second option, the second activity, which is, this is, I think this one is like to nurture the creative thinking as well, the critical thinking. So what you can do is that click the next activity to your lesson. If you have your own worksheet, you have your own lesson, you have your own presentation, you can always upload and add it in here. However, if not, let's ask again magic activities to create or generate new set of activity. So go there. This time, I think I did the problem and solution. I'm just copy and paste the prompt. I think if you notice, my prompt for this one is different from the prompt that I wrote for Canva code. So with Canva code, it is really important for you to be as detailed as possible. But for this one, even if it's only simple, as you can see, how can students help reduce water wastage at home and school using knowledge of the water cycle? So this is a continuation of the activity we created before. And again, this is for the 5th grade science. And just continue to generate it. So again, I've already created that. So it's this one. This one is in a whiteboard format, as you can see. So there's already the introduction, saving water with water cycle, activity goals. There's analyzing the key factors, people, causes, limits, and needs. And this is also good if you want to use this to brainstorm as a brainstorming activity in your classroom. And then ideating and evaluating solution, again, critical thinking. And then here's what's the most interesting part that I'm sure your students will appreciate. So we asked them to create an ambassador. So as a student, they can easily, again, just go to elements, even they can even draw their own, like really unleash their creativity. And then there's the design a t-shirt, right? Love the environment, sample water life. There you go. This is just a sample for them to design their own t-shirt. Imagine, put yourself as a student and imagine you are learning in this way. Pedagogically, it's all done. It's all set, right? Learning goals are done, creativity, engagement, having fun, and even we also give them an opportunity to learn with Canva, to learn with technology, to help them prepare for the future of tomorrow. All right, I hope that's getting your creative juices flowing with ideas on how you might use magic activities in your own classroom after this session. If you're looking for more inspiration, you can see in this page, you can explore some more examples. They're loved by our teachers and even more by our students. And we've also summarized all those steps that I mentioned earlier in my demo for you to take away and refer back to when you need. So if you're ready after this session, you can sign up to use Magic Activities Beta today and explore and unleash your creativity and help your students engage. So what we've covered is just the tip of an iceberg with what you can do with our newest features. We can't wait to hear what you and your students create. Now, I don't know how much time I have, but if we don't have a Q&A session, don't worry, I'll be here tomorrow as well. You can always approach me and then with questions, and then I'll help you go over, I'll help you answer your questions. But before I close, there's a really important information here, right? So this is just a Canva magic spotted in the wild, but then this is the design school resources that I like to share with you. So I understand that you really love to get certified as Canva educator, right? So as a first off, here's our latest course on how to use Canva code in your classroom. So our amazing product educator Ellie will guide you through all the tips and tricks you need to create interactive, engaging, and personalized digital tools for both teachers and students. And we still have lots more certification or certified courses. We also have videos and tutorials here. Please visit Design School 2.0 to discover more. Now, I'd also like to invite you to join our community. We have a dedicated Facebook community for Malaysian educators, and we're now nearing 1,000 members. Who's here has joined the Facebook community? Thank you, wonderful. So we are also currently looking for a Malaysian community manager. So our community of Malaysian educators is really growing. This is where we'll be sharing ideas, inspirations, and classroom creativity together. You can also follow us on X. So Canva Edu, our community team from Global Team, has prepared special content featuring real-life examples from teachers on how they're using Canva in their classroom. Now, this is the one that I'm specifically excited about. Drum roll. So many drum roll today. I'd like to invite you to apply as Canvasadors. So what is Canvasadors? Canvasadors or Canva ambassadors are educators who are recognized for their leadership knowledge and values in using Canva for classroom learning. So they play an important role in inspiring, educating, and connecting communities in their local areas. This is an honorary volunteer role and does not constitute employment with Canva. However, you'll receive various exclusive opportunities, including exclusive Canva souvenirs from global team or from the local team. And then another example is that you'll get a early sneak peek, or even you can try the latest feature of Canva before we ship it to the public, and many more. So you will receive various exclusive opportunities tailored to the Canvasador programs. If you are interested, please submit the form within the next 2 weeks. Again, we will share this slide presentation so you can always go over and scan the form there. We can't wait to officially welcome and launch Canvasadors from Malaysia. All right, that's about it for me. Thank you so much. It's been such a joy sharing these tips and tricks with all of you. Do we still have time or not? Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. For the Q&A. Okay, cool.
All right, thank you so much to our speaker for the very insightful sharing. Now, how's everyone doing? Still okay? Very good. So we will now open the floor for the Q&A session. Anybody would like to ask the question? Yes, sure. Please proceed to the microphone.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm Kaisara from Kelantan. So I wanted to ask about the Canva AI. The other day, a TikTok came across my feed, and I saw that there's a new feature called create a video clip. So I wonder if is it possible for that video clip generator will be available for the students and teachers, because I saw it's still not available yet in Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for the questions. I got that question a lot as well from our educators in Indonesia. So at the moment, the video AI is only available for Canva Pro account. It is not available for Canva Education account. Whether or not in the future it will be available, I cannot promise you that, but you can always try to maybe see if it's available in the Canva free account, and then try to play around with it. Now, talking about which AI is available for students and teachers, I think this is something that we'll need to discuss specifically with the BSDP team, because, for example, I show you Canva Code. Canva Code is only available at the moment for teachers and school administrators. So we don't provide all of the AI features for students. We handpick them based on local regulation. So that, I think, for example, if you think it is important or it is beneficial for students to have access to Canva code, for example, you can let BSTP team or Dilemma team know, and then we can then discuss, and then maybe we'll open the access for students. I hope that answered the question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the response. I think it would be very good to have a video AI soon or later. Yeah. All right. May we have any other question from the audience? Anybody else would like to ask some questions?
Maybe anybody want stickers?
Or anybody would like a sticker? Okay. They would like a sticker with a question. Okay. You would like to ask question? Okay, sure. Boleh.
Of course. Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang semua. Soalan saya in Malay. Dalam Canva Code kita ada buat boleh buat interactive games macam-macam di situ kan, widget. Tapi saya kurang puas hati dari segi ikon yang digunakan masih pakai emoji. Kenapa tidak menggunakan, maksud saya Canva kan ada elemen foto kan macam-macam di situ, gambar, kartun, 3D something, tapi dia berbeza dengan emoji. Sebab apa? Saya pernah buat untuk satu Canva Code, saya minta langsir sebab saya guru pemulihan. Jadi level-level rendah je lah saya pakai, yang very easy one. Tapi dia bagi saya tingkap. And then bila kita minta lagi, dia keep on bagi tingkap. Jadi benda tu tak tepat lah kalau bagi kepada murid, dia akan macam salah. Jadi boleh tak in case lah in future kan, kalau boleh direkomend untuk hasilkan the right photos untuk picture ataupun image tersebut tu memang yang tepat. Okay, itu saja. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful feedback. That's also in our homework. Don't worry, we always take in feedbacks from our community, right? From our educators, from our users. So as you can see, it is right now, it's emoji, right? And then yes, our team always iterate or keep on developing our features to make sure that it is optimal for you. So just keep on using Canva, exploring, and let us know if you have any feedback, and stay tuned for the more updates. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for the response. I think that will wrap up the Q&A session. All right.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and I hope to see you in our Facebook group, or even I hope to welcome some of you as Canvassers from Malaysia. Thank you so much, and selamat petang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for that colorful and engaging session. Canva does prove that a free online graphic design tool can perfectly blend creativity and technology, showing how they truly go hand in hand. Thus, to show our appreciation, we will now like to invite Madam Pipit Indrawati to the stage, and Antasha Harizan bin Ibrahim, Chief Assistant Director of Educational Resources at Technology Division, Ministry of Education, Malaysia, to kindly present a token of appreciation. Let us all put our hands together in a warm round of applause to honor this moment of appreciation. Thank you, Antasha Rizan and representative from Canva, Madam Pipit Indrawati. We truly value your contribution to today's session. All right, everyone. The next session of today is a session on demystifying the black box, teaching students to build, not just use AI. That will be presented by a representative of EduSpec, where he is the sales director of Vitaverse, a leading ed tech company advancing AI and IoT-powered STEM education across Southeast Asia. He has also led initiatives such as the Stream, with robotic program, after-school program, and roboton competitions, collaborating with schools and ministry to equip students with future-ready skill. Definitely a firm believer in learning by doing. Mr. Eddie Chong.
Test the mic.
Good afternoon. Before I begin, can I have a show of hands who has heard of Pythagoras? Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll start. Well, I give you a little bit of explanation of who we are and what we do. But my topic today really is to help you decide what you would do when your students think that they are much better than you do when they are using ChatGPT. Okay. Well, my topic really is to the black box. How do you demystify the black box? Students today, they are in a way thinks they are using AI, right? AI has been there or everywhere. ChatGPT has been a nuisance to all of us. And students today, I would say, hopefully you will agree with me, they will just basically click and then take whatever that's responded from ChatGPT and say, yeah, there you go, Mr. and Miss Teachers, this is the things that I will give it back to you. So they have little sense of needing to know, okay, what actually comes back from the AI, okay. So when they go out to work later, they tend to be open to people questioning, hey, how do you get this conclusion from? And if the response is coming from AI, that's not really the answer, yeah. If the response coming to say, how do you evaluate, how do you assess the answers coming from ChatGPT or from your AI? If there's none, then it doesn't really works for the student, is it? So we see this as the teachers and also from our side, an opportunity. How do we then work out, okay, how do I counter this AI with a process, with a solution, with a infrastructure, ecosystem maybe, yeah? So that's where Pythagoras comes into the picture. Now, 70% of the students today, yeah, they are pretty much regular users, as I said. They just click and then they will just go on and say this is the answer. And this has worked out to 3 times more, yeah, because students
know that, hey, I have a simple way of getting the answer. So 3 times more since 2023. And like yourself, 85% of you will be very concerned. How do I then measure this? How do I then be able to counter this? Okay, they are boxing me down. How do I box them back? Right? So we are working towards a level where is the students really learning? Yeah, the students really learning. So there is a certain promise. Okay, the promise that, okay, like Canva would have given to you, AI gives a very instant way of creating your questions, your lesson plans, your presentation. So AI is that's the same thing to your students. Give an easy way of responding to it, you know, finding answers to it, and so forth. So the risk is there is no thoughts. There's no thought for the students. There's no understanding what is the lesson they're supposed to learn, right? And it's really necessary for us as a education technology company or as a education community altogether be able to say, let's have a clear policy. Let's have a comprehensive methods, right, to do this way of answering, okay? Give me one short moment because I think these are older slides that I have. It's an older version. It's an older version of the slides. Is it? Can I use mine? Can I use mine? Because I have more information in there than this. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Technical issue.
banyak job lepas ni. Banyak dia ramai nak panggil untuk duta lah ni. No problem. It's okay, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries. Just have event. I thought I transferred it over just now.
She just downloaded. Tadi baru download kan? Bagi separuh lah.
Okay. Let's copy.
Not recognized. Not recognized. Not recognized.
Cannot recognize.
Yeah. Saya bagi.
Masih ada eh?
Tapi cik.
Sorry, technical issue. Okay, coming back to this. Well, as I said, your students are using AI for everything. Yeah. So, but what will teachers do? Teachers will say, let's fight AI with AI. If they are using a lot of AI, then we use a lot of AI. So there's really, is that the promise? Is that the way that you should solve this problem? Well, of course, having AI helps you free up your time, but then again, it also do the same thing to you as per what I have done to the students. So you basically are dependent on the AI to generate the material, yeah? And so really what it would be the main solution? The main thing is to be able to set a clear policy, the best comprehensive methods, have a very thoughtful AI integration within the whole teaching and learning ecosystem, okay? So the question is really empowering teachers the right way, or is there a different way of solving this? Now, I would like to go back to what is the reason education is all about. Yeah, in the market needs, there are things like evolution, industrial evolution. Okay, 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. This is what technology has been growing. Yeah, we used to have the 3.0. Gen X, like me, basically has this. In our time, we have one single programmer, one single computers, one single laptop, and we do all this automation. Okay, that is, but this will depend on how smart is the programmer. Your automation depends on how smart is that programmer, then the automation will work that way. But then comes 4.0. 4.0 is where the excitement comes in, is where the AI comes in. AI helps you generate half the codes, half the program, tell you to do half the things that you wanted to do already, yeah? And it comes with, you can talk about each of the robot with IoT. Yeah, Maxis guy says, well, you can have Maxis line and we can have IoT for communications from different campus and different schools and so forth. And we do have things like digital twins. Now, digital twin is something that has always been introduced in 4.0 based on how do I test the actual physical system against a virtual system. Okay, I'll share a little bit more in my next slide. But 4.0 has this defect. If any of you watch the movie Terminator, yeah, Skynet used to perform under 4.0. Skynet says if human kill humans, AI say kita bunuh je manusia tu. Yeah, so that's Skynet. So that's the 4.0. But 5.0 came with a solution. We call it collaborative robotics. Collaborative robotics means that if AI comes to the extent where I do not know what to do, I have no solution for your problems, they said, okay, ask back the human. Okay, so that's where collaborative robotics comes into the picture with better AI, better IoT, better digital twins. Now, I want to emphasize a little bit on digital twin because this is important. This is how we would recommend that you use this to counter the use of AI by your students. Yeah. Now, digital twins has been in use by companies like Airbus, planes, manufacturers that build planes, BMW, cars manufacturers, or even our neighbors. Or by the way, our YB Gobin has also introduced smart cities in KL. Yeah, that will use digital twin. Means that you would be able to control or be able to understand what's happening on the physical side with your virtual side. Yeah, as well as in Amazon, many of their warehouses is already running with digital twins. Now, 5.0 and 4.0 has given us this, the AI at home. Yeah, where now AI don't run just on your laptop. AI just don't run on your browser. It just don't call as well as ChatGPT. It runs on a little robots that goes around your house that will scan your, vacuum your floor, come to a staircase and never drop off from it. Yeah, comes to a power station, charging stations when they say, oh, I have no power already. Yeah, so, and it works on IoT. It communicates with you on your handphones. So you get to, well, using a metaverse, using a layout on your phone to decide, okay, today I want to vacuum my room and not my living room. Yeah, so that's what AI today is happening to you. And bear in mind, it's happening to you means it's happening to your 7-year-old, 8-year-old, and 9-year-old. Yeah, they're experiencing this. They are experiencing, hey, why is this little fellow vacuuming the floor and without me knowing what is happening to it? All right? So, learning in school, same thing, 3.0 with a computer, 5.0 with a computer, and the little AI standing in front of the students. They always bring together with them and say, this is how I will answer my answers to my teachers. Yeah. Now, to really unlock the core technology for AI for education. Okay, as also mentioned to you just now, yeah, we have AI, we have that will help personalize the learning. Now, AI does miracle things, trust me, because it helps to bring a level of understanding for students at a different level. Yeah, not all students are alike. So therefore, AI is capable of linking that together for your students to you, yeah, as a teacher. And of course, with IoT, then everything can talk. And digital twin is the one that we will want to emphasize how we can use it to measure, yeah, the ability, rather the result using AI. And of course, robotics and STEM. I think you are aware of STEM. I've been in the STEM and robotics education for more than 15 years. Okay, this has bring the human side of learning with collaborative learning among students, critical thinking for students as a soft skill, computational thinking as a soft skills for the students as well. Yeah, so we brought this in as a core technology when we put in our ecosystem, our platform for AI learning. Okay. Well, I think you know the old way of robotics. If you, many of you have run robotics class in school, a lot of the robotics program, thousands of them, which is still available now, are very block-based, very module-based. You spend half an hour building up the robots, and then before you decide on the programming itself. Okay, now that way of teaching robotics is fine, yeah, 3.0 is fine. 4.0, you're wasting a lot of time. Yeah, 5.0 is wasting even more time because AI, yeah, already generate half the codes when he's finished assembling the robots. And 3.0 robotics is not functional because students will tend to say, how would your robots look like? They will say, Optimus Primal. It looks like a robot because it must have a head, 2 hands, and 2 legs. So that's how they would think a robot will look like. It's not functional. But with IoT, AI, and robotics education, AI assists the learning, right? When they assist the learning, only one question came out. Yeah, this code that has been generated by your AI, how genuine are they? How good are they? How do you prove that they are good enough for you, right? And the robots is designed to be functional. Yeah, your gyro sensor is at the bottom, not at the head. Langgar, jalan-jalan, you knock everything because it's on top of the head, they cannot sense anything. Okay, coding and innovation are expanded because AI helps that, right? And one of the ways of doing checking or verifying what AI can do for you with your students can do is what we call as learn by doing. Your students have to learn by doing, and your students will get to learn by design. Yeah? This is how it will do. Basically, it will look like. Firstly, AI helps in a coding way, robotics way. AI generate the whole codes. Okay? You get to test it with a capable or rather specialized robot that is capable of giving you the results of what they want to do. When I say capable of giving you the results, later I'll show it to you. Every sensor, the robot must have sensors good enough to feed back information to your backend system. Yeah, your backend system will be able to say, okay, verifying the results from the robot in a platform. The platform should be able to do, sorry, can I move my picture a little bit off the screen so that it doesn't block the digital twin part of our system. The digital twin will be able to mimic based on a metaverse environment to say, I'll show you in live running how the robot will move according to what you're doing live. Yeah? And now, step 1, A to D. A to D is what we call as learn by doing. The children gets to get information off the AI, but he is required to test it out. Testing it out means that he will know, okay, by visual, I see how it's moving in step B. By data, I see how it's being extracting the data and present it back to the students in step C. And I can run it in a track and balance manner in step D, in a digital twin environment. Now, once A and up to D is accomplished, what else can a student do? They are capable of, now I am smart enough to instruct my AI to do the things that I want to do. The student will say, instead of being in a relationship where AI is the master, the student is a slave, because whatever the master say, the slave say, okay, I will follow. You reverse the role, now your students become a master. Your AI becomes the worker that will help you do the things that you would need to do. And of course, the end story is to unlock the whole creativity and unlock the whole thoughts for your students with the help of AI, which brings the whole thing faster, with the help of digital twin that will then counter and check what is the things that they are producing is valid and according to what they wanted. Yeah. Now, by the ecosystem, very simple. A brain, we have a cloud-based brain, a cloud-based AI system, ChatGPT, sort of like a system a whole cloud-based tools that will allow you to do coding, designing, and so forth within the system itself, and a 25 sensor strong hardware, yeah, a robot that is capable of communicating on IoT, is capable of talking Bluetooth, is capable of performing different sensing based, including color, lights, moisture, 25 different types of sensors. And we also have, sorry, again, I had to move the slides a little bit, the curriculum. The way that we would recommend you to run your classes, yeah, it could be by, I'll show you, challenges, or by missions, or by a structured curriculum. And the most important thing is to have this among teachers, a framework, a principle, a guideline, and a what do you call it, ethics level of controlling your education to the students. Now, why is this important? Because let's talk a little bit on the social media era. Social media era where everybody have a Facebook account or a Instagram account. They will just say, let's have a keyboard and do something about it. And it's happening today as well. But we did not have the right way of educating children at that generation to say how you should behave using social media. And this is how we have today. But so therefore, when there's an AI era to become in the near future, or rather happening now, let's educate this with the right ethics, the right way of doing this. Acknowledge, one thing is acknowledge that your AI helps you 90%, and you do only contribute 10% when you produce the product. Yeah, that is one of the things that is in the framework. So, as I said, 25, I did not bring the robot with me, but you want to see this, let me know. I can show one of these videos to you. 25 strong sensors with all the different parts, detachable and reattachable. Yeah, very cost effective. Yeah, and all these are the different sensors that will be able to run with and sync back to a dashboard. So every sensor will tell a number, will tell a digit back to the IoT dashboard. For example, color sensor. You want to sense a light green. How light is the light green? How dark is the light green? Okay, that sensor will be able to tell you that number, that of how that light green looks like. Digital twins, yeah, is capable of communicating directly with the system to give you that testing in terms of digital twins. Okay. Of course, as I said, curriculum-wise, you can do it. How you want to run this, we will support you. We support you by giving you a competition platform. Competition platform means that you can run competition within your school itself. We have an experience here in Malaysia, 581 students of 6 levels running competition among each other in the team for the whole school as their final year activities. Yeah? Or a project-based program. If you run this, you don't want to give them a structured education, give them a task. Allow them to say, create a system. Yeah, create a smart system. They will learn, do a self-learning with the information that we can provide to you. And your students can do that project itself. Or, best of all, structured program. Run it according to a structure where you can teach you the use of the AI, the use of the platforms, and including the ethics and how they should own the products when they produce using AI. Okay, robotics, we do run competition. This is last year's competition. I do not know whether any of you has participated in last year's competition in Roboton. This is in UITM Shah Alam. Okay, we do have an international competition in Bangkok last year. Yeah, we are also still open. Yeah, we are still open for a Malaysia this year competition. This is based on UniKL. It's going to be in UniKL, BMI in KL here. Yeah, we are also inviting you to get your team to Ibu Pipit's hometown in Jakarta to compete. Yeah, with the teams coming from 7 different countries on this competition as well. Yeah. So competition is a very simple way of introducing AI and digital twin and also the rest of the programming into students. Yeah, a very quick way because it tends to give the students a little bit drive for learning what AI can do for them. As well as we can also look at mission-based. As I said, you can create a this is a smart farming system, multiple robots involved, how they can actually say what is involved in the seeding, what's involved in the watering, and so forth. Or in a city, how you can put in a smart parking system, track how many cars go in, how many cars goes out, how we want to charge based on usage and so forth. Yeah, these are all mission projects that you can implement using the platform from Pythagoras. And as well as look at a structured and sustainable curriculum that runs over 12 years, yeah, from primary up to high school, up to menengah, yeah. So, well, the message that I'm trying to get to is, in this presentation is, well, we want our students to take up AI. We also do not stop you from using AI. Yeah, but the main thing is how do we put it in a perspective where they should learn by understanding what is the outcome from the AI part. Yeah, if I'm using AI, I just don't take an answer and put it in. I must understand my answer, what is the meaning of it, and grow from there. Be able to say, okay, whatever I learned from a basis of doing, I now start to dictate what I want in my total project. Yeah, that's learning by design. So, yeah, outcome is from a very follower mindset, you now become a very creative, as a creator mindset. Yeah. Well, our programs and our way of doing this has been implemented in more than 100 schools in Southeast Asia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam. Yeah, we have a lot of reference that will map according to the right curriculum, right standards in the different countries. Okay, my last slide. Your students really, well, let's not call it a black box. Let's not call it a challenge where how do you work out how to teach students who think that they're better than you, right? Or they are no more knowledgeable than you because of the ChatGPT. Okay, the right method is to have, they should have a right mechanism. Okay, if I want an answer, ChatGPT give you an answer. How do I prove that answer? How do I then recreate and re-innovate, yeah, using that answer? So that's what we are putting up on the table for the education system in Southeast Asia. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eddie Chong. I would like to open the floor to maybe 1 or 2 questions from the member of the floor. Anybody have any questions to ask the speaker? Please proceed to the microphone. Okay, please welcome.
Good evening. Okay, I've just searched the Pythagoras website on the internet because I wanted to know, because it is just like my Minecraft, write bricks, okay, and then like make code for Microsoft, okay, where students learned about robotics, just like Swift for Apples, okay, but right now, how to sign up? There is no button sign up, but I keep want to see what's in the framework. Okay, we would like to know. As a teachers, as an educators, we need to know the informations, the framework before we can tell to our student. Am I right? But right now, I cannot see the framework, and we cannot sign up to the Fightverse website. Thank you.
Okay. Well, there is always, I believe my Fightverse website has a lot of registration form. I think there is a certain part where you will want to know about the products, then you always register yourself at the product level. We emphasize a lot on teachers training as well. In fact, 2 months back, we had three of the teachers from Malaysia was participating in our AI knowledge challenge. Yeah, they submitted their projects, and one came back with a good result. And those are what we also run the teachers training as well, product as well, and teachers training as well. Whether there is a framework, you can always download from there. There's already the documents in the website to download that as well. Whether how it's going to fit into your teaching, your school, yeah, we can always communicate with me. I can leave my cards with you. We can always share how this can be implemented in school in many different ways. Yeah, because we have experience running this with over 100 schools in the Southeast Asia. Yeah, and different schools have different. Some schools have different needs over how they want to implement this. Yeah, because of the government jurisdiction, because of the way schools are managing and so forth. So there is no, we don't believe there's one rules, yeah, one framework that fits all. Yeah, we are there to be able to get the adaptive way. That's why we always want to listen to teachers and also the schools and the education ministries on how we can adapt and fit this into the school. If you need, I will leave my cards with you. Yeah. Did I answer your questions?
Is it clear, teacher? All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eddie. Any more question? No more. All right. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation, Mr. Eddie Chong. Once again, thank you, Mr. Eddie Chong, for the engaging and insightful session on AI, IoT, and robotic. Your sharing has broadened our understanding of this emerging technology indeed. To show our appreciation, I would like to invite Mr. Eddie Chong to be on stage, and also Encik Mokhtar bin Wahid, Deputy Director of Educational Resources and Technology Division, Malaysia Ministry of Education, to present the token of appreciation to our speaker. Please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all put our hands together in warm round of applause to honor this moment of appreciation. Thank you so much to our speaker. We truly value your time, partnership, and contribution for today's session.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come towards the final part of today's summit, it is our great honor to invite a distinguished figure to address us. Please welcome Encik Mokhtar bin Wahid, the Deputy Director of Educational Resources at Technology Division, Ministry of Education, who will be sharing on the direction of Guru Peneraju, Guru Digital Gpgd, Hala Tuju Gpgd, at the same time delivering the closing remarks for today's meaningful session. With great respect, let us all give our full attention and a warm round of applause to Encik Mokhtar bin Wahid.
Okey. Terima kasih pengacara majlis. Mana dah lari dah? Mana? Seorang sana, seorang lagi mana tadi? Ada dua. Terima kasih pengacara majlis. Dah macam artis pula dah. Okey, untuk sesi petang ini kita santai-santai saja tuan-tuan dan puan. Tidak ada sharing of knowledge, cuma mungkin sharing of information saja. Tapi saya faham, sekarang ini dah pukul 4 suku dah pun. Banyak knowledge yang kita dah dengar tadi, dan kita pun dah makan, mungkin mata dah mengantuk. Boleh tak kita berdiri sekejap semua sekali? Kan best kan, dapat melihat kan? Okey, goyang-goyangkan badan sikit you. Bagi orang kata, bagi darah tu berjalan. Ni kalau dah sampai seng-seng lengan ni mesti macam-macam ni kan? Kita berdiri sampai balik lah ya. Okey, dah baik. Duduk. Saya sebenarnya nak bagi cikgu longgar-longgarkan urat saja. Tapi saya bagi duduk. Tak nak duduk. Tak apa, siapa nak diri pun dirilah. Jangan melompat-lompat sudah. Pertama sekali saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan Gpgd. Tak kira lah daripada sekolah ke, daripada JPN, daripada SSTP, USP. Ada yang daripada JPN ke? Boleh angkat tangan? Saya nak tengok daripada JPN. Wow. Bagi tepukan kepada rakan-rakan JPN kita. Alang-alang dah tanya JPN tu, saya nak kena tanya orang daripada negeri saya jugalah. Ada yang daripada Johor ke? Angkat tangan sikit. Orang Johor tak angkat tangan macam tu. Orang Johor tak angkat tangan tinggi. Okey. Ada yang daripada Perak ke? Okey, alright. Jadi, saya panggil tuan-tuan dan puan lah ya. Nak panggil cikgu nanti ada jadi pegawai kan. Okey, pertama sekali boleh tak saya mohon rakan-rakan saya daripada BSTP datang bersama-sama saya di sini. Norman daripada Pahang. Mari sini. Mana tadi Jayanti? Tuan-tuan dan puan, ini adalah antara mereka yang di belakang tabir yang membolehkan program ini berjalan pada hari ini. Terutamanya kepada Dr. Jayanti dekat atas sana tu. Boleh bagi tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk dia. Okey, terima kasih Syah Man. Program ini datang daripada satu cabaran sebenarnya. Cabaran kepada Dr. Jayanti, pegawai PIC yang menguruskan Gpgd selama berapa tahun, J? Since 2022. Daripada 2022. Thank you, J. Dan saya difahamkan setiap tahun memang ada bootcamp untuk setiap teknologi Gpgd kan? Dan bootcamp itu diuruskan oleh either Microsoft, Google dan juga Apple. Dan kami melihat ada keperluan untuk kita sama-sama duduk dalam satu payung yang lebih besar, iaitu Gpgd saja. Bukan Gpgd Apple, bukan Gpgd Google, bukan Gpgd Microsoft. Dan kita ada satu payung yang lebih besar lagi, iaitu payung guru pakar Johari. Kan? Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan, kita ada perbincangan dengan BPG. Yang mana kita ni ada macam-macam cikgu. Kita ada Gpgd, kita ada CJD, kita ada guru pakar Jauhari, kita ada guru influencer, kita ada cikgu tube, to name a few lah kan. Itu belum ada cikgu biasa, belum ada cikgu PJ, cikgu civic kan. Jadi kami melihat ada keperluan untuk kita dudukkan, kumpulkan semua rakan-rakan yang ada di sini untuk sama-sama kita kenal. Sebab kita semua adalah pemain-pemain teknologi yang menjadi extended hands kepada BSTP. Jadi untuk itu cikgu, bagi pihak BSTP, bagi pihak KPM, saya Mokhtar bin Wahid mengucapkan berbanyak-banyak terima kasih kepada cikgu. Baik, saya cuma nak ambil masa lebih kurang dalam 10-15 minit saja. Saya faham. Petang ni ada minum Aisyah? Petang ni ada minum. Ramai yang nak minum dan ramai yang nanti nak bekerja balik kan. Kat luar ni jam je aku. Kalau nak keluar ni. Okey, apa yang saya nak sampaikan ialah ini kali pertama pengarah sampaikan salam. Dia kata, Mokhtar, why not next time, next year kita buat dengan skala yang lebih besar, di tempat yang lebih menarik. Dan untuk itu ya why not kita jadikan summit ni satu benchmark untuk membolehkan kita upscale program-program pada tahun akan datang. Boleh? Okey. Itu semangat yang saya nak itu. Bila ada semangat yang begitu, rakan-rakan saya pun akan nanti jadi lebih bersemangat untuk kita usahakan program yang lebih besar dengan pengisian lebih pelbagai, kan? Tanpa batasan teknologi, kan? Bila kita bercakap ni teknologi ni cikgu, kadang-kadang ada orang cakap the sky is the limit. Tapi pada saya lah, even the sky is not the limit dalam teknologi ni, kan? Akan ada saja benda-benda baru yang kita tak terfikir pun akan timbul satu hari nanti. Sebagai contoh, AI ni baru 2-3 tahun kebelakangan ni saja, dan tahun ini tiba-tiba meletup. Macam-macam, semua sekali nak cakap pasal AI, termasuklah PMX. Sehingga kita di KPM, saya fokus kepada BSTP lah, kita diminta untuk wujudkan beberapa sekolah rintis berkaitan dengan AI Power Classroom, dan telah pun bermula. Ada wakil daripada Putrajaya ke? Putrajaya ada? Kita ada satu sekolah di Peneraju yang telah pun berjalan sekarang ini, AI Power Classroom, di sekolah SMK Putrajaya Precinct 9 dengan bantuan daripada syarikat. Dan saya difahamkan sekarang ini akan ada beberapa sekolah lagi di setiap negeri yang kita akan jadikan sebagai sekolah rintis AI Power Classroom. Begitu pentingnya sekali AI ini termasuk dalam KPM, sehingga kan program kita pun kita panggil sebagai Ignite AI. Okey, dan cikgu akan dengar ini sepanjang saya ingat paling tidak pun 2-3 tahun akan datang ini, sehingga ada teknologi baru yang memerlukan kita untuk mengubah hala tuju fokus kita terhadap Gpgd ini. Okey, apa yang saya nak sebutkan juga cikgu ialah in terms of knowledge. Saya ingat lagi sewaktu saya belajar dulu, banyak mana pun ilmu yang kita dapat ini, banyak mana pun ilmu yang kita belajar ini, semakin banyak kita belajar, siapa yang cakap tu saya nak bagi duit ni? Sebab tak ada yang mengaku, tak ada lah. Semakin banyak kita belajar, orang yang dia sombong, dia akan mengatakan bahawa, oh dah banyak dah aku belajar. Tetapi kalau orang yang betul-betul menghargai ilmu tu, dia akan merasakan bahawa, ya Allah, semakin banyak yang aku tak tahu sebenarnya. Sebab itulah cikgu, kita gabungkan semua Gpgd ini. Mungkin ada yang cikgu pakar berkaitan dengan Apple. Tapi tadi kita ada dengan pasal Google, pakai Microsoft, yang mungkin kita tak alert pun kewujudannya. That's why kita gabungkan ini supaya semua orang tahu apa sebenarnya yang berlaku dalam persekitaran teknologi kita yang berlaku pada sekarang, pada hari ini. Okay? Itu ialah antara matlamat utama kita untuk kumpulkan cikgu-cikgu dalam satu platform yang beginilah. Dan saya nak sebut juga beginilah cikgu. Sponge cikgu. Sponge ni, anggapkan macam yang ilmu yang kita dapat pada hari inilah. Sponge itu kalau kita masuk dalam air, kita curah air banyak-banyak, dia jadi berat. Lama-lama kalau kita biar je dia cikgu, dia akan menitis, mengalir, tak jadi apa kan cikgu kan? That's why sponge itu bila kita dah masukkan air banyak-banyak itu kita kena perah itu. Dan kalau kita nak relatekan dengan apa yang sedang berlaku pada hari ini ialah kita cuba isikan sponge itu dengan air yang banyak. Tetapi janganlah simpan itu. Balik share dengan rakan-rakan cikgu, dengan rakan-rakan cikgu sekolah lain, dengan rakan-rakan daerah lain. Dan bila sponge itu dah kering, tanggungjawab kamilah untuk isikan semula, untuk cikgu absorb semula sponge itu supaya dia makin penuh. Jadi cikgu, saya sebut apa yang Tuan Zaid Al-Abbas di KP Bank kita sebut. Dalam proses pencarian ilmu ini kita kena learn, then unlearn, yang akhirnya ialah kita kena relearn. Dan kitaran itu perlu berlaku sentiasa, dia tidak boleh berhenti. Salah seorang cikgu saya pernah cakap, the moment kita berhenti belajar, masa itulah kita mati. Bukan mati nyawa tu, mati seolah-olah macam tak ada apa lagi yang kita dah tahu. Sedangkan dekat luar tu banyak lagi ilmu yang ada, ya. Okay, itu yang sedikit berkaitan dengan apa yang saya nak sampaikan, suara hati saya lah, ya. Kemudian berkaitan dengan hala tuju kita dan juga apa yang saya nak minta bantuan daripada cikgu. Kita dah bagi jalan kat sini, boleh tengok kat sisi petang nanti. Kita dah bagi makan sedap-sedap, kan? Kena tolong kita pula, kan? Okey. Untuk sehingga tahun ini, penghujung tahun ini akan ada 2 program. Saya masuk poket apa cikgu? Ini bukan kerek ni, sebab sejuk. Untuk sehingga tahun ini ada 2 program yang saya nak minta bantuan daripada tuan-tuan dan puan Gpgd. Yang pertama ialah pada 28 sehingga 30 ini kita ada Convention Dasar Pendidikan Digital yang kita akan laksanakan di WTC. Yang mana antara pengisiannya ialah pameran oleh setiap JPN di bawah SSTP. Ni rakan SSTP ni. Yang saya pun dah sebut dengan beberapa KPP SSTP, saya tak nak SSTP tunjukkan apa yang SSTP ada. Sebab apa yang SSTP ada tu semua SSTP ada. Dia orang ada COE, dia orang ada roboti, dia orang ada kamera PTZ ni. Ni tak tahulah negeri mana punya ni. Faham je? Semua negeri ada ni. Nanti semua orang pun tunjuk benda yang sama. Buat apa? Apa yang kami nak cadangkan ialah saya nak setiap negeri ini tunjukkan apa yang Gpgd buat. Gpgd Johor buat apa, Gpgd Perak buat apa, Gpgd Sabah buat apa, Gpgd Labuan buat apa. Dan only baru kita tahu bahawa, oh okey, sebenarnya ini yang mereka buat. Dan belajarlah, kongsikan itu supaya kita boleh bawa apa yang negeri-negeri lain buat itu ke negeri kita pula. Dan only knowledge yang kita ada, kepakaran yang kita ada itu boleh berkembang melalui program-program seperti ini. Boleh cikgu? Tak cukup kuat lah. Cikgu, kita belanja almost 2 million tau untuk convention ni. Bagilah suara 2 million. Boleh cikgu? Okey. Itu baru suara 2 million. Okey cikgu. Apa dia? Tak sabar. Okey cikgu, ada satu lagi program. Yang mana, yang ini memang kita nak buat program hands-on. Di mana tadi kan cikgu nampakkan saya kejap keluar masuk, saya sebenarnya diberi tugasan. Bila perkara tengok apa yang Gpgd ada di sini dan semangat yang ditujukan itu, perkara maklumkan, Cik Mota, why not kita ambil satu sekolah setiap negeri, pilih satu sekolah, dan kami pun ada cadangkan beberapa sekolah ini, kita buat program hands-on dengan bantuan Gpgd ini. Kita akan sewakan tablet, kita akan letak tablet itu di sekolah dan kita akan gunakan guru-guru, murid-murid di sekolah itu dan juga di sekolah-sekolah sekitar. Dengan bantuan Gpgd, ajarlah murid itu, ajarlah cikgu itu dengan apa yang kita ada. Dan kita juga akan bawa rakan-rakan strategi kita. Okey. Bajet dah buat, alhamdulillah, tapi kita buat lagi besar you. Bajet kita akan sediakan. Apa dia? Bajet kita akan sediakan. Kita tu maksudnya BSTP lah. Kita tak ambil duit daripada state. Jadi cikgu, since ada rakan-rakan daripada SSTP kat sini kan, dan saya dapat maklumkan di sini, mungkin dah boleh mula berfikirlah apa yang kita nak bagi kepada anak-anak kita ni. This is where cikgu, segala ilmu, segala kepakaran yang cikgu ada ini, kongsikan dengan cikgu-cikgu kita dan anak-anak kita. Dan kita akan cuba rakamkan ini, dan insya-Allah tahun depan summit pada tahun 2026 nanti kita akan tunjukkan apa yang kita buat ini. Dan kalau insya-Allah rezeki ada, duit ada lebih lagi, kita akan ulang semula benda ini dengan skala dan juga tempat yang lebih menarik, dan who knows, akan ada teknologi yang lebih baru pada tahun akan datang, dan mungkin Syah, we don't know, kita ada program duta, mungkin kita boleh selitkan satu atau dua anugerah dalam program yang Encik Syah akan uruskan. Jadi cikgu, sekarang ni pun saya janji sampai 4.30 saja tadi dengan Dr. J. Saya tak nak ambil masa banyak sangat. Silakan. Sebenarnya ini bukan soalan ini. Ini bukan sharing knowledge. Okey, tak apa.
Kami ialah guru-guru yang sangat sibuk. Kami selalu keluar sekolah. Kami dikomplain oleh sekolah kerana kami selalu Jadi, dalam sistem pendidikan di negara luar, guru-guru yang pakar seperti kami
janganlah gelak. Memang pakar pun sebab tu ada surat lantikan. Kan?
Akan dilantik sebagai ICT advisor dan masa pengajaran dikurangkan untuk beri satu tumpuan kepada subjek kepada pengajaran ICT. Maksudnya saya ulang, di setengah-setengah negara mereka mengurangkan masa mengajar guru kami lah ni. Sekarang kami semua sibuk mengajar, nak kena kejar silibus dan sebagainya. Mengurangkan masa mengajar supaya ada satu portion pengajaran itu diberikan kepada masa yang tuan sebutkan tadi. Sekarang kami tak ada tu. Kami bergelut dengan sukan, MMI, kejap lagi kami juga ikut rombongan ini. Sebab kami dipercayai oleh sekolah. Terima kasih.
Okey. Sama-sama juga. Saya sebenarnya cuma nak ajar, itu permintaan ke pernyataan ke apa sebenarnya? Sama-sama, okey. Dia kata orang lah, sekilas air di ikan tu kita dah tahu dah jantan betinanya tu. Jujurnya saya bukan orang yang paling layak untuk menjawab soalan itu, tetapi terima kasih Ibu. Kita akan pick up soalan itu dan kita akan cuba bawa masuk ke mana-mana platform yang sesuai untuk kita upkan perkara ini. Okey, itu saja janji yang saya boleh buat. Boleh ya? Again, saya bukan orang yang